Over the weekend, the Old Dominion football team had a chance to do something that it had never done. That was beat Marshall in Huntington, West Virginia, but it didn't happen, and now the Monarchs are 1-10 all-time against the Thundering Herd. All right, welcome to the show, and happy Monday, everyone. Well, it's not the showing the Monarchs wanted, but this week they're going to have to shift their focus quickly to rival JMU. James Madison on campus in Norfolk this afternoon to speak with the team and has more.
I think our guys are ready to get back out there.
Well, a 48-24 loss to Marshall over the weekend definitely puts a hurt on the postseason resume for Old Dominion football. The Monarchs have a chance to get a ton of that street cred back, especially in the Sun Belt landscape, with a win over James Madison in Harrisonburg this Saturday in the Royal Rivalry.
Every week's pressure, right? I mean, in order to make it all worth it, you have to have that pressure on yourself. So I don't think there's any added pressure just because of that. It's pressure each and every week.
This Saturday's matchup between the Monarchs and the Dukes is all about an elite-level offense in ODU versus an elite-level defense in JMU. ODU, 238 rushing yards per game. They're one of the best rushing offenses in the country, while James Madison is one of 4 FBS teams to allow less than 75 rushing yards per game this season.
They're a hard-nosed physical defense, and their main thing is to try and stop the run. I think a lot of teams they played have barely even got over 100 yards rushing. I mean, our main thing is we got to try and run the ball.
These guys are going to be downhill with pulling a million different people, a million different ways. The running back's going to find green grass. If you load up the box too much, they're going to take their shots. And if those shots are covered while he's attempting to take it, he's going to pull it down and run from the pocket. So those are all things we got to be, very well prepared for.
But if you're Ricky Ronnie and the Monarchs, you want to get off to a fast start against JMU this weekend. That's because the Dukes have been slow starters this season on the offensive side of the ball. But come the second half, they're basically a different team. How about this? The Dukes have outscored all their G5 opponents 66-10 in the second half of play this season. They're great at closing games. That's why they sit atop the Sun Belt East with a 5-1 record. But a big one this Saturday against JMU at Bridgeforth Stadium on ESPNU at 3:30 p.m. It's JMU's homecoming day. So that's going to be a really big test to see where ODU sits amongst the elite in the Sun Belt Conference. At SB Ballard Stadium for the Sports Wrap, I'm James Madison.
James just said it. Bridgeforth Stadium in Harrisonburg, the site of this one. 3:30 kickoff on ESPNU. ODU is tied for third place in the Sun Belt East after the loss to Marshall, but beating JMU would put them right back in the race for the division.